Hey, Joanna. With a sigh. Here, you do it. Everyone's so chipper. I'm getting votes over here. They like the 7 a.m. It's been years. Yeah, okay. It's been years since I taught this 7 a.m. because I used to, during the cleanses, I would teach at 7 a.m. and it would be like, packed. It's always been my opinion. Plus, I don't love taking the post sadhana naps, but given the opportunity, I will. But then I'm not that big of a fan, so this kind of forces us into the next phase of our day. Okay, so today is the 11th day of the moon. So I want to do some kind of hypercharged glandular work with you this morning. And Yogi Bhajan said that in the 11th day of the moon, in the kind of times past, was really very carefully ritualized in different ways. And they actually, in Hinduism, they have an 11th day of the moon that's practiced. Does anybody know what it's called? It starts with an E. I never can remember the word. I always think ekamaya, but it's spelled a little like that. But there's a term for the 11th day of the moon in Hinduism, and then yoga, and that comes from the yogic traditions. But I was just reading something where he says that in the 11th day of the moon, the glandular secretion is such a deep shift of your secretion in the month that people would spend 8 hours in hydrotherapy during the 11th day of the moon in these kind of thousands of years ago. The way that it was practiced was you would fast or eat very, very lightly, or it's not like they would bring you floating breakfast. You're spending your 8 hours in your hydrotherapy, so you're not eating, but you're using the water to change the glandular secretion, which we do every morning. That's part of what hydrotherapy does, is it changes the glandular secretion. So that's why you want to get it on the throat. Everybody doing that, getting like a nice. You really want to, if you can do a couple minutes where it's just getting on the parathyroid and the thyroid, it really changes things. And if you think you're getting sick or that kind of thing, or you have a case of it that goes around, it's very contagious, called sadhana sickness. Or you get you're like, sick. We all know it. So I think I should go back to bed, definitely. If you get in the cold shower and you do that cold water on the thyroid and the parathyroid, you'll have soon, several minutes after, you'll be feeling way, 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 way better. And even a lot of times you can actually feel if your glands are a little swollen, they'll go down. The swell of the glands will go down. So we do that hydrotherapy every day if you're doing the cold showers. And if you're not, you should consider it, because this is a good time to start if you live in Los Angeles, because it's not cold. So it's a good time to ease your way in, because it's like 85 degrees, those showers in the morning. I'm really looking forward to going to New York, because you yearn for the way that cold feels. Although, I know Luke's story was telling me that, they've rigged up this, the cold bath in the wherever he lives. Everybody's into these ice baths. One of the issues with the ice baths is that Yogi Bhajan said that you don't want to have your femur bone in the cold for too long. So, in our tradition, we actually, you can wear something like some light textile over your femur bones to actually protect, because that is a place where you don't want too much cold water. So I was thinking about this because everybody's immersing themselves in the ice baths. You can handle it for a minute, but if you want to do kind of a little more long hydrotherapy, which if you do it the way that kind of we do it, let's say yogically, you should, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes is kind of the least amount of time that to hit all your spots. Now, for those of you who are starting, you're going to do like 35 seconds, and you're going to feel amazing at 35 seconds, but particularly for women, he said you want to be very careful about the water hitting the femur bones, because this is the part of the body that controls the mineral balance, and your minerals can go off whack to get too much of this. So this is my one thing about these immersions into the ice baths. I think if you're an athlete and that kind of thing, it's a different scene. But for a householder, that's something you want to kind of protect in your cold shower. So you get here, you get the water on the third eye. While you do that, you massage the earlobes. You get, for women, breast massage. You get the cold water on the breasts, and at least a minute. It doesn't have to. There's no technique particularly. You just stimulate it's a circular technique, but you stimulate the lymphatic. You can get it on the armpits. One at a time, a minute or so on each armpit. So already you're at like 5 minutes. Turn around. When you get it on the back of the neck is when you step on the top of your feet. You guys know about this? So you put all your weight on the top of one foot and all of your weight on the top of the other foot, and the water's coming down on your spine. So that's a couple minutes there. Then I like to kind of get it on the adrenals, and then you kind of, everybody know this kind of soft part of the back where the ribs end. That's kind of right where the adrenals are. So you get the water there, and then give it a little, a stimulation. Yogi Bhajan said many things about that. He said if you stimulate the kidneys and the adrenals outside of the cold shower every day, you'll have much more command of your moods and your emotions, which basically is another way of saying you'll have much more command of your glandular secretions. So you do, go from the water on the back, you can stimulate the kidneys, stimulate the adrenals a little bit. And you got that. That's like a nice little full experience. The other thing that I do, I talked a little bit about this at Camp Grace, is you do the breast massage, but then you also can do an ovary massage for the women. In this particular situation for the men with a cold shower, you don't necessarily want to do a testicular massage live on Rama TV. On the 11th day of the moon. You wouldn't do it here. You would do it in other circumstances, but not in this particular circumstance. But for the women, you can get a little ovary massage in the cold shower, which is very, very important. I mean, we'll talk more about this in the self-healing immersion I'm doing in October, but they're very significant things and very simple ways that you can work with your glands, your youthing, your vitality, your fertility, all of these kinds of things. Your for men, the kind of vitality into chronology, which is really kidney chi. So that's part of having the ojas is the yogic term for it, but having this kind of vitality. All of this is part of living a life well lived. I mean, who wants to live? I talked about this yesterday. Who wants to live a long life if your brain isn't youthful? If your glands aren't working properly, if your mind isn't clear, it becomes a real drag. And we see a lot of our parents and grandparents are living, they're living longer lives than we ever have, but the DISI is super heavy in the brain and in the body, and the senility and the dementia and the Alzheimer's, all this kind of stuff. And so it's not that's not how we want to do it. So we're of another generation where we really have to start to be role models in this kind of thing. We know more about the brain in Western science than we ever have, but in yogic science we've known quite a bit about the brain, and so we know that plasticity and that all those kind of what's called the neuroendocrine cascade. This is the foundation of your vitality and youth. So on the 11th day of the moon, there's a very specific secretion. My experience, we've been practicing this at Rama now for 7 years. Very kind of every month, 11th day of the moon. Eat lightly. Do some heavy-duty glandular work, and over a period of time, many of our experiences is that we're not aging the same way as everybody else. Lilia was just giving me I came in, she's like, "Oh, your baby face." I was like, "This is 40. Girl." So, we know that we're not aging the same way as kind of the people in other generations. And so the proof is in the pudding. So, and then if you're over certain age lines, this is a youth thing. So many of us are experiencing how, if you look at pictures, you look older in pictures from, years ago than you do now. It's true, right? It's pretty amazing. So, what we found is this 11th day of the moon is one of the secret foundations to this very kind of yogic. These are secrets that the yogis have known, that they too didn't want them out in the general population, but Yogi Bhajan brought them out to the general population. So eating lightly, doing some heavy-duty glandular work, making sure you're super hydrated. Most of us are deeply dehydrated. That's why we do the celery juice and lemon water, and after the melon cleanse, I've been doing that watermelon mint drink every day. It's so good, so hydrating. So we're deeply dehydrated. So you want to get heavily hydrated today, maybe twice the amount of liquids that you normally, hydrating liquids that you normally do. And then, do a little, maybe do an evening session of some extra meditation, and you will get a big bang for your buck. This is a real technology, and if you practice it every month, you really start to see how this kind of secretion, Yogi Bhajan said the secretion is so sophisticated and replenishing on the 11th day of the moon that you can basically repair a lot of things that are both epigenetically, genetically, and then stuff you've done to yourself over the course of your life. You can really repair. So it's very reparative and rejuvenative. Okay, so we'll take advantage of it. I want to do some heavy-duty yoga with you this morning. Bring the palms together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale. Angure name Chugangure name Satgure name Sri Guru Deva Jugan Gune Name Sat Gune Name Siddhi Gune Name An Gune Name Jugan Gune Name Sat Gune Name Siddhi Gune Name. Okay, let's start with a little cat-cow. Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Mahakal Mahakal Satnam Akal Murt Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Mahakal Mahakal Satnam Akal Murt Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Mahakal Mahakal Satnam Akal Murt Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Mahakal Mahakal Satnam Akal Murt Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Mahakal Mahakal Satnam Akal Murt Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Mahakal Mahakal Satnam Akal Murt Waheguru. Now inhale up. Stay in the cow pose, exhale, and now you're going to bring both hands to the, no, one hand to the, hold on. Yeah, both hands. Okay, you're going to bring both hands to the heart while you stay in cow pose. Both hands to the heart. Yeah, so that's why I was like, is that right? Yeah, it's right. Okay, and down. And so you have to stabilize yourself with your navel point, okay? Up and down like this. And if you can go fast, that's better. Both hands touch the center of the chest and then back down. That's right. Christina, that's exactly the pace. We want to go as fast as you can. Good, a little deeper breath. Any more seconds. We're stimulating the part of the low back that is the kidney adrenal area, so it can go a little faster. Good. Inhale, stretch the throat, and exhale, sit on the heels. So we're just sitting up on the heels, and you're going to take both hands and right here on the low back, please. So not you're lower than the kidney area, so that's where we're starting. Right at the kind of sacral area. Long, deep breath. Palms open. Good. Now take the fist, the flat part of the fist, and now the kidney is gentle, gentle. Breathe. And the stretch behind you is actually working on the meridians in the shoulders, which are all liver and digestive meridians. So you're getting all of that at once. So now you're on this flat part of the fist. More breath while you do it. And Kristen, you're okay to do all this because you're past your due date, right? You're not yet? Okay, then you're good. You're fine. 20 seconds. Breathe into the shoulders and the heart. Keep opening. keep sitting the rock pose in open hands right here at the top of the shoulders. This is for the brain. Really stimulate right where the shoulders meet the neck. And the fists at the navel. Don't do that. And the flat part of the fist, actually, at the navel point, it's below the belly button. Breathe. Now flat, with the fist right here at the upper chest. So you have to make a sound here. Should sound like a gallop. And stretch out the legs and open hands and pound the top of the kneecap and really kind of break up some of the stagnancy here. Bend the feet and hit the top of the feet. Good, now come back to easy pose and hit the back of the hands. One alternate. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Now come to the frog squat. So if you feel like it, you can do like a half squat. For the rest of us, we're in frog squat. You could come up and down into the like actual doing some crow squats if you wanted to, but just not going all the way down. Okay. And for us, the rest of us, we're going to be jumping in this position. All right, so you jump up. Show them how to do it. Take percussion. You jump up, and then you land. Yay. Okay, ready? About 30 seconds in. It's not fun anymore, but here we go. Let's have a little fun. Up and down, okay? Just a little jump. A little jumpy jump. And the kind of goal here is to get the heart rate up, so do your best. Breathe. We got 50 seconds. You jump up and you land back down. Heels together, toes up. I mean, heels up, toes down. Perfect. Keep going, these last couple. Relax on your back. Good job. Good job. So, what you're feeling right now is your heart rate. I don't want anybody to be concerned. You are not having a heart attack. Just relax and let that energy move through you. Let go anywhere you need the healing. We're just here for a moment, but just let the energy go anywhere that you're feeling a little depleted in any part of your life. And make the prayer for the blessings, the miracles, however you need them, wherever you need them. Inhale. Exhale. Now draw the knees to the chest. Inhale. And rock and roll. We're going to come all the way up onto our feet. Come all the way up to your feet. And your feet are just hip width apart. Knees are not locked. The arms are going to come out, palm face up, and then the thumb's going to go to the ceiling. So thumb goes up to the ceiling, and then breath of fire here. Really open the heart, chest out, shoulders back, so the arms almost are slightly behind you. You're really opening up the chest here. No lock of the knee, thumb pointed towards the ceiling. You're charging your electromagnetic field. Now inhale, slowly raise the arms so the thumbs meet overhead. Thumbs meet overhead. And stretch back a little bit. And then exhale, dive forward, 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 forward. Touch the earth. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and come all the way down to the mat. Spread the legs very wide as you can. Grab the left foot with what your hands or along the left leg. Inhale up and exhale, coming all the way over as far as you can towards the left knee. Breath of fire. You can spread both legs out. The legs are very wide as you can. Shoulders are relaxed, nose towards the knees, left knee. Inhale. Exhale over the leg. Hold the breath out. Squeeze Mula Bandha. Stretch. Hold out. Stretch. And inhale. And go to the other side, please. Stretch down, nose to knee. Breath of fire. Relax the shoulders and deeply, rhythmically breathe. Inhale. Exhale over the leg, stretch, pull the mula bandha, hold the breath out, squeeze. And inhale and exhale. Kristen, you can do some camel pose if you feel like it. Everybody else, come into your belly. We'll do locust pose. So you're going to be bringing your chin onto the ground. And then you're going to be bringing these fists right kind of in this nook between the thigh and the torso. Chin on the ground, fist into the that little nook. And then take an inhale and raise the legs up behind you to any degree, which may not be very far. Chin on the ground though, please. Then exhale, hold the posture and pull the mula bandha. Squeeze. You'll repeat like this, inhaling deeply. We're holding the whole time, but of course you could take a break if you need it. Exhale, hold the posture, pull mula bandha, rectum, sex organs, navel. This is very generative to the ojas and the vitality. So do your best here. Try to hold the legs behind you for as long as you can. If you need to take a break, then you can do it. We're here for a couple minutes. Deep breath. Exhaling, pulling the mula bandha. Inhaling, stretching more. Exhaling, pulling mula bandha. One of the magic pieces of this posture, which is difficult, and it's toning your whole body, all 10 bodies, but certainly your physical body, is that the chin is on the ground and the throat is being stretched. This is thyroid, this is parathyroid. And then we're working with the ovaries, the gonads, we're working with the reproductive glands. This is very important for your health, endocrinology. And if any of that has been removed from your physical body, there's still a glandular kind of imprint in the body. So this is just good for your overall health. A little deeper breath, please, in the room. Really breathe. Let the body get this deep medicine. Forehead is up because you're stretching that throat. Chin's on the ground. Okay, and relax. Allow the energy energy to move through the kidney meridians. Breathe. Put the cheek on the ground. Just relax. And really relax the body. Let the energy move through the body. This is where the healing happens. Inhale and exhale. Now, you're going to put the hands underneath the shoulders. Please press up into the Cobra pose. And this is the same deal. You're going to inhale here, stretching, hold the pose. Exhale, hold the pose and pull Mula Bandha. Inhaling. And exhaling, pulling Mula Bandha. And keep going like this. Stretch, stretch, shoulders relaxed, heart open. For this Cobra, we're really going to work to open the throat so the thyroid and the parathyroid thymus can get this oxygen, this blood circulation, the healing. Really stretch open, pulling the Mula Bandha at the end of the exhale, and then hold for as long as you can. So however long you can hold your breath out, hold it, and then start again. Deep inhale, deep exhale, hold, breath out, squeeze. Eyes rolled up and in, closed at the pituitary glands. Yogi Bhajan specifically gave this kriya for this time of morning when the pituitary gland is most active in secretion. So you're working deeply with the glandular system here. Keep rolling the shoulders down and back. Breathe 25% deeper on the inhale and hold longer out. Pull the Mula Bandha with more accuracy. Rectum, sex organs, navel, really pull up. It's going to help tonify the lower glands. We're taught very little about our own glandular system, but one of the things that we're not taught is that the reproductive organs are actually also glands. Last couple breaths. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, coming back down to your belly. Put the other cheek on the ground this time and totally relax. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And press up through child's pose. We have one last kind of physical part of this kriya. So take a child's pose for a moment. Take an inhale and come up. And then we're going to come into our backs. We're going to do a shoulder stand. So this is how we'll do it. You come into your back. It's a very specific type of shoulder stand. Come into your back and roll the legs up and over into plow pose. And then you're going to bring the shoulders underneath the body, support the low back, and step up onto the ceiling for shoulder stand. Then we're going to inhale. We're going to exhale. We're going to inhale. We're going to exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On the third, hold the breath out, pull the mula bandha, and kick the buttocks alternate heels while you hold the breath out. Kick, 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 kick. And then it begin again when you can't hold the breath out anymore. Inhale. Exhale. Hold, or inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, hold the breath out on the third. The third is when you do it. And pull the mula bandha and kick, 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 kick. All right? So keep going like that. 3 deep breaths. Hold the breath out on the third and kick. And you can just do this on your back if you're cycling. Instead of coming up into shoulder stands, you can do the same kind of posture. Kick, 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 kick. couple more breaths. See if you can really work on holding the breath out a little bit longer, kick a little bit more hard. Moving the chi through the nadis, through the meridians, into the brain centers, the glands. Inhale. Exhale, roll the legs behind you, and then carefully one leg at a time, one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way down. And then from here, you're going to cross your legs like you're seated in easy pose and put them on the ground. So you're laying on your back in easy pose. Put the hands in folded into the Venus lock, so that's left thumb touches the right fleshy mound of the right thumb for women, and then the other way for men. And then that lock, that mudra, is going to come right over the navel point. And totally relax. Bring the palms together and the soles of the feet together. Take a stretch side to side. And then inhale, rock back, exhale, rock forward, and come all the way up. So the right arm is going to come out, palm facing left, like you're going to shake someone's hand. And then this left hand is going to have the fingertips on the third eye point all the way up the forehead. Then you can kind of just rest the thumb wherever it lands. And sit up very tall, please. And this is going to be a very recharging space for the glands. You're recharging your body. Deep breath. Long, deep breath. Use the energy of the prana. Energy will start flowing in balance of the heavens to the earth, which will allow the system to balance. Breath will sustain you. Go to the deeper breath. fingertips.
Thus your face will be made beautiful in the court of the Lord. Oh, my mind, know this to be the righteous course for you.
Breathe, breathe.
Oh, my mind, know this to be the righteous course for you. Oh, my mind, know this to be the righteous course for
The force of your breath will force you to go longer and more powerfully. And the body that you love so much and think is so strong will start dwindling the pain. And the pain is only there to give you endurance, and the endurance will force you to go above yourself. And the moment that you go above yourself, you have the victory.
recite the
Force the breath, and that will force the body to clear the pain. For these last 2 minutes, you have to do very heavy, deep breathing. Very heavy, deep breath through the nose. Force the prana. Sit up tall, heavy breath through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Each inhale, you're going to give the body more prana, and you're going to get stronger. Less than 90 seconds.
will
That's it. That's it. Less than a minute. Each breath, the mind gets cleaner and clearer. Developing a new focus, a new attentiveness. 10 seconds. Now inhale, hold everything tight, squeeze the mula bandha, sit up very tall, stretch. Exhale, one more like this. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, stretch. Through the mouth, exhale. We interlace the fingers. Inhale, stretch up, 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 up. Squeeze, squeeze the spine, squeeze the body, squeeze. And exhale. Excellent. Bring the palms together, please. Okay, wonderful job this morning. Fun. I'll be here tomorrow and Wednesday at 7 a.m. That'll be my two last classes before we go off to Kripalu and New York. And if you are trying to register for Kripalu and they told you it's sold out, you can stay down the street. So my East Coasters are on this live stream. You can still come. You can stay down the street at the hotel. And then we'll be at Rama, New York for level 1 and level 2 teacher training. Okay, Satnam.
Lexman,